providers of Minnesota's The Inside Scoop with your advocacy team, Toby Pearson, Aaron Bowie, and Todd Bergstrom. This week's host, Toby Pearson.
Today is Friday, May 26th, Memorial Weekend right around the corner, and this is today's Inside Scoop. At the Capitol last night, or rather early this morning, they finally finished their work. Woohoo! Assuming, of course, that the governor signs all the bills. So what happened last night? Well, there were some shenanigans again last night, as they had some last-minute game playing on the bonding bill, causing a minor disturbance for about 2 or 3 hours while they negotiated one little piece of the bonding bill. Because the bonding bill needs a supermajority, they needed Democratic votes. So there were some finagling going on. Also, interestingly enough, as you recall, the Senate Republicans control the Senate, and they have 34 votes. But if people are missing, they don't have 34 votes. And you need 34 votes to pass a bill. So every bill needed Democratic senators to vote for it. So it made things interesting last night as well as all week. In our super special session, which I always say is really not so special. So Health and Human Services was one of the last bills passed, as well as then the bonding bill after it. How did we do, you may ask? Well, you will have to tune in June 27th to our legislative update if you want all the details, but I can give you this preview. First, parts of Value-Based Reimbursement 2.0 were passed and included in the bill. Parts of elderly waiver, easy for me to say, elderly waiver reform, were passed, including increases, which is terrific. Also, a little bit of transparency in that we got some language which you will be sharing the workbook, I believe is what the final wording said. So those are two great things. Also included some of our workforce stuff. Home and community-based services scholarships, nursing facility scholarships, both got some funding. Also included in the workforce was the workforce promotion materials that we'll be working with. So all in all, great session for HHS stuff. Other things that we included that came about during the session, we had the lodging exemption language that Jill Shavy in our office loves. Woohoo! Go Jill. And we had correcting some of the SNSA language that we needed to get corrected this year. So all in all, a great HHS bill for us. One small hiccup / opportunity, as we call them. There was some OHFC discussion during the session. And what we needed to do was we needed them to study how OHFC and the whole office is working in triaging, so there's some language to look at that. But also B, there were some fee increases that the governor wanted in order to try to help staff up OHFC. So we ended up with 6 of one and half a dozen of the other. Both of those things ended up. Next step, the governor's signature will go on. We think. Although all the bills, there's a big push from some folks to veto all the bills. I don't think that's going to be successful, and more than likely, most of the bills will end up exactly the way they are. With the ones that the governor said he's going to veto, he will veto. So that's, again, to remind you, June 27th for all the details as we sort out the budget bill. Nationally, we had the Congressional Budget Office scored the AHCA officially as the newly improved version, is what Congress called it. However, there weren't that many new or improvements in it, if you ask our national affiliate. Ended up saying, yes, indeed, 23 million people approximately will not have health insurance anymore. And yes, indeed, there will be over $800 billion of cuts to Medicaid, including some fundamental changes in the way the program works. So we do continue to have our slider available on our website, as the Senate is taking a close look at trying to get something done on that before they take their 4th of July recess. So contact your senator and let them know your opposition. Also, we had the president's budget, which included billion more, million, billion, pretty soon you're talking real money, cuts to Medicaid, which is, maybe going to hurt a little bit if you're a Medicaid provider. Check out Patty's article if you want more details on that. One final thought. Thank you very much to everybody who did something this year. In membership, we had people do listening sessions, we had people do letters, we had people attend Day at the Capitol. All of that led to the legislators listening to us because you talked to them. So when you talk to your legislators, they then make it much easier for us to do our job on the advocacy side of things. So thank you to everybody who got engaged, made for another productive session for long-term care, and that is today's Inside Scoop. How did we call it? Promote some, I can't remember what we called it. Let me look. What did we call that? Also included was, you'll have some outtakes now, as Lisa starts laughing in the background, because I can't read my notes, much less see what it means. Yes, it was a late night. Oh, I remembered what we called it.